What is going on, guys? This is Ben here, bringing you another Clash Royale video. As you can see, the deck that I'm using, I actually got this from one of the players that I lost against, and it's really effective. It's actually a great counter for the P.E.K.K.A dual Prince rushes that everyone is running right now. That's why you have the Inferno Tower in here, and it's honestly just really good against mortar decks too, and a lot of people are running those. I'm gonna show you two replays here, and then I'll get into a live attack. So this deck, basically, you try and bait out arrows, and then you go ham with your Goblin Barrel if you bait out your arrows with your Princess. You could use the minion horde instead of minions, it's just personal preference, as another form of like a bait, but with the regular minions, it's a good, I tested out both, and I actually like the minions better, because sometimes it still baits out the arrows, and it's a fair trade instead of losing, like if someone uses arrows on your minion horde, then you're down to elixir. But right here, we are going up against a mortar user, and just kind of how the deck runs. And I want to get this straight though first. You guys remember the worst card deck that I did? Basically, there's only like really three main cards that I think are not very good, and that is the Skeleton Army, the Royal Giant, and then the Rage Spell. Those are like the three main cards that I think like they're not very effective or very good cards. Other than that, like the other cards that I put for my deck were ones that I just saw like played the least, and that's why the Giant Skeleton was there, because honestly not many people were that I've seen the trophy range that I'm running, like or that I'm in, not many people are running the Giant Skeleton. It is a good card, but for that video it was just based on solely the fact the cards that I see the least played. I just want to get that straight, because I am using a lot of decks with the Giant Skeleton because I've come to like really enjoy using him. Right here we baited out the arrows, and that's when you use the Goblin Barrel. Right here you can see if you get the Goblin Barrel to the tower, it does a lot of damage. Yes, he has the zap spell, but look at that damage, it went down. And the balloon is just there to be like the extra factor for pushes. Like if like for whatever reason they have like a fireball and arrows and you can't really bait them out and they keep countering your Goblin Barrel, then your balloon is like your last resort, or not really last resort, it's just another method to get to the towers, something to keep them keep them worried about. The Princess is a key component in this battle deck here, so if you do not have the Princess, this deck will be hard to run. Maybe substitute, I don't know, because the Princess is a key like she helps bait out arrows. So if we didn't have the Princess, honestly, she's you need the Princess in this deck for real. For the way that I'm playing it, at least. There's probably other variants that you could use, like instead of her, if you're like a little bit lower in the trophy count, or not many people even have the Princess. Just find something that baits out arrows. You could honestly maybe even use like the minion horde as well, and then try and bait it out for that skeleton, or not the Skeleton Army, the Goblin Barrel, because that's what you're trying to do. Bait the arrows. I'm gonna say it a lot this video. Bait the arrows, and then go ham and try and get to the tower. Right here, my Giant Skeleton almost was about to go to his tower, and unfortunately it did not. And right here I'm using my Goblin Barrel, just get that, it just like chips away at their tower. So basically it's like a chipping game, to see who can get a little bit more damage as the time goes on. You can't, it's pretty hard to 3-crown someone with this deck unless your balloon gets like untouched and just keeps going and they completely disregard your balloon, because if you hide the balloon, it's really good. And then if you get multiple princesses out, it's like, and because they don't want to waste their arrows on your princesses, and they go ham as well. Like right here, a balloon's going, he finally used the arrows on my princesses, and then that's when I used the Goblin Barrel. He did use the zap there and he got some decent damage, so I wasn't able to take it out. Then here he comes as he drops his mortar in, and I honestly thought he had like his rocket or something. I don't know if he was just waiting to use it or whatever. Right here the Giant Skeleton is just like the ultimate, pretty much the lane stuffer, and actually stops the mortar very well as well. The mortar did get a shot off, and right there I was like, oh man, does he have a rocket? Because if he does, that's GG. Right here the Princess is shooting at the tower, and then the Princess does focus, or change her focus, but it's like, I thought the game was over there because my Princess was going to shoot, so I gave the thumbs up a little bit early, and then the Goblins left it at 3 HP. I was like, oh my gosh, come on, I just need to get my arrows. And then right here, since it is a mortar user, we gotta hit him with the laughs, that's just something that I do. But there we go, got the victory. You can see how the deck runs versus a mortar deck right there. Honestly, the Inferno Tower, I don't know why I didn't put the Inferno Tower more in my battle decks instead of me complaining about like the P.E.K.K.A. Dual Prince Rush, because the Inferno Tower really counters that hard, or even like the Giant, because I see a lot of people running the Giant as well, and I'm like, why didn't I put the Inferno Tower in my deck before? So there we go. We are running it now, and it's making all the difference really, because it just helps burn through. And I accidentally, sometimes I'll do that right off the start. I'll throw my Goblin Barrel super far back in the way far back corner to see if they'll like, because a lot of people will use this arrows on their tower, like anticipate, not really anticipate arrows, but like just so as soon as your Goblin Barrel hits, the arrows will kill it. And if people do that, your Goblin Barrel will go, it's funny to see it, you won't see it this video, but it has happened multiple times. The Goblin Barrel will go in the way back, they drop their arrows, it completely whiff their arrows, and then your Goblins then come up to the tower. That's when you hit them with the laughs or whatever, or you go hit them with the oops. Sometimes that will happen. That's usually the only time like I'll vary, because if you keep throwing your Goblin Barrel at the same spot where the arrows are gonna go, it's pretty a wasteful thing. Because the arrows are only 3, Goblin Barrel's 4, and you're going to keep losing like the 1 elixir. Right here, he freezes my Inferno Tower. I think he wanted to freeze it right at the last second before his P.E.K.K.A. died, but it was dealing way too much damage. Right here, I see an opportunity to drop my balloon, see what goes down. Once again, the minion horde's out here, so my princess is going to take care of that. From that, I realized like I have to either wait till I have enough elixir to drop my arrows as well with my balloon, but right here, going in with the Goblin Barrel, he didn't really have anything to counter it, so we got decent damage, and the prince is incoming, but I have goblins and minions to take care of him, so we can just drag him over if we would like, and the minions are going to take him out as well. So that's how you stop the prince in this deck. The Dark Prince is a little bit of a troublesome card. This guy is running the P.E.K.K.A. deck, the dual princes though, just a different variant of it with the poison spell and everything. Actually, I don't know if he has the Dark Prince, but the Dark Prince, how are you going to stop that really? Is either the Inferno Tower or your Giant Skeleton. Giant Skeleton can take hits from him, and then right here you can see the arrows I got off. I missed a little bit on his 2 minions up there. If I would have hit those, it would have been a little bit better, but hey, our goblins are still going ham because he doesn't have arrows to counter them, and we got a lot of damage done to that tower. So it's like, if they don't have arrows, they're going to have a super tough time, because you can just keep Goblin Barreling them over and over again until you finally get a successful attempt, and then you can either just follow things up with your princess too. But right here, the minion horde is incoming on my Inferno Tower, so I have to use my arrows. I'm not going to wait for my princess, because we do have a P.E.K.K.A. incoming, and I bait him out a little bit with the goblins just to turn him away from my princess. He uses the poison spell. He dropped dual princesses. I dropped the Goblin Barrel. We get some decent chip damage in there, and then right now though, there's 2 princesses burning down on my tower. Well, 1 actually. And then the minion horde, and then I use my princess to get a lot of value out of this, because 2 princesses went down any minion horde. That's 11 elixir, and then the Giant Skeleton Bomb took care of the whatever you want to call him, the Ice Wizard. Right here we drop the Inferno Tower on the regular prince. The tower is almost destroyed once again, and then I use the Goblin Barrel for the last time. Let's see if it's going to be the victory push. He freezes it, so it has 131 health left. I use arrows, it has 13 health left. But my goblin dies. I'm like, oh man, how are we gonna finish this off? We got the princess here, but he drops the prince. So we're just like fumbling with our cards, trying to get to the arrows or even the Goblin Barrel, because 1 impact on the Goblin Barrel will be GG. But I think I just use arrows instead. Yeah, I just finish her off with arrows, or finish him off with arrows. So there we go. If people don't have arrows, it's really good. So you got to either bait the arrows or just play to your advantage and chip down that tower, and then play defense as much as you can. We have a free chest open here. There we go. Oh yes. By the way, guys, remember last time I was at like 3,000 or 3,900 and just like 3,900. Sorry for talking fast. I'm really excited. We actually surpassed 3,900 trophies. In the video, I couldn't do it, but with this battle deck, I got to it. Draws. I did lose using it when I was first trying to learn it, but we're on the rise here. So we have like 1 loss, a couple victories, and a couple draws. It's all good. So there we go. I've been talking really fast lately because I don't know. I'm actually really excited about this deck. It's something that is a good counter to those the dual P.E.K.K.A. or no, the P.E.K.K.A. princes. So that's really good, and it has a good matchup against mortars. So I'm really glad I found this, and it has a really good matchup against this is a bad princess here by me because it would die to the other princess, so I had to use my arrows there. Right now we're gonna get rid of the Hog Rider using a fireball. I actually kind of do agree with that. I would have did the same thing to get rid of the princess. We're gonna drop the balloon here. I don't think he has a whole lot of elixir, so that's why I dropped the balloon. And thank God he misplaced his cannon. We'll hit him with this because that's gonna do a ton of damage. Almost take his tower. He zaps it, so it's not gonna actually do any more than that. But hey, we'll see what he wants to do now. He probably will follow this up with a pretty aggressive push with something. I'm feeling a Hog Rider incoming fairly soon. I had to drop the minions. I don't want to take any more tower damage. We'll throw it on our princess. We'll take care of his princess. He might have a minion horde. If he does, I'm pretty screwed. Fireballing my princess once again. With that, I don't think he has arrows. So we're gonna throw the goblin barrel. So he throws his little goblins as well. Okay. I'm feeling a Hog Rider. Oh, there's more goblins. Jesus. Okay. Our minions should take care of these. Our Inferno Tower is still up, so it's protecting us against the Hog Rider. That's the main dude.
Let's go.
The main head honcho that we're trying to worry about here. As soon as my Inferno Tower drops, he's gonna drop that. Okay. Might zap it. Oh, sweet. Princesses are gonna kill each other. Oh no, I won that trade. So I'm just gonna drop it right on the tower. So we'll see what he does here. Wastes the fireball on it, which is really good for us because he did. That is really good for us. I'm just gonna follow up with the balloon here. That's not gonna go for the cannon, so. Oh, actually will. Dang. It looked like the pathing of it was not gonna go for the cannon. I didn't really need to drop my goblins here. That was good value with him. We'll drop the... Since he doesn't have a fireball, I don't know. He probably has the zap. But hey, we still took the tower. There we go. This is good. We just really had to play defense. So this is another common deck that you do see, like Zap Hog Rider. I should have mentioned that. But those are like the three main decks right now. It's either some form of Hog Rider, double princess or double princes, and then what was the other one? Mortar. I guess there's four, and then some variants of the giant. So we got the victory there, plus 21 or plus 27 trophies. We'll take it. We're at 963. Either way, we'll see if I can get to 4,000 in the next video. I don't know. We're on the rise. We're on a good win streak though. We'll take it. Highest trophies I've ever been. Either way, this deck is really fun. It's kind of like a cheese deck in a way because you just try and bait out the arrows, and if you do, you can get the victory. Then the balloon just is awesome. But either way, I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe for more Clash Royale videos. Now, have a wonderful night, and I'll see you guys later.